Hey everybody, Jimmy Heffernan is back for jimmyheffernan.com. Today we're going to start on a series of lessons that are very, very essential. They're jam session survival tools, and this is lesson number 1. And it's going to be about how to find the right note to start your solo with. So I'm going to go through all the common intro licks, little pickup licks, the ways to start a solo in the key of G, and we're going to explain which notes you should use in a particular setting. We'll show you how to grab those notes and start off on the right note. And that's the most important note, the first melody note. Jam session survival. One of the biggest tools to jam session survival is getting the first note of the melody. And I should introduce Peter Lorch.
Hello.
Well, he speaks the first spoken word on .com. Wow. The biggest thing you can do is get the first note of the melody right. Okay, and what happens is if you play the first melody note right, you can kind of go on and play licks like that kind of fit the chords and they just seem to tell the listener that you're playing off of the melody. If you don't start on the right melody note, you sound like you're playing a bunch of noise. And Peter plays lead guitar, and you find that to be true. Starting on the first note of the melody is crucial, especially if you're going to go off the melody. I'll show you how to find the first melody note. It's usually, I'll give you a hint, it's usually the downbeat. So if the band's going 1, 2, 3, 4, bun, 1. 1 is a downbeat. So let's, there's a couple pickup notes here in Dark Hollow. So if you was just singing a little bit of Dark Hollow, I'll stop Peter on the first crucial melody note.
I'd rather be...
Stop. Right there. Da 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 da. So your job in a jam session is to just quietly get underneath the band, da, and find that note. It's on a C chord, so the hint is it's either going to be a 1, a 3, or a 5, a C, an E, or a G. So in this case, I'm going to start humming. No, C, E, no, B. Sing again.
I'd rather be...
It's a G note, but it's a low G note. Sing again. B.
Be...
So I found it, right? So your job, and what we're going to do in the lesson here is I'm going to show you all kinds of ways to vamp up to the first note. Little pickups. Okay, so let's see if Peter can pick that up. All right, and then let me just kind of play any noise here, and I'm not going to tab all this because hopefully I'm not really trying to show you how to play this noise. But if I get the first melody note right, I'm going to really not pay too much attention to the melody. What I will pay attention to is where the holes are, where the melody stops. So let's just illustrate where that is, Pete. If you'd sing the whole song, I'll hold my finger up where there's a hole, and you should just stop your noodling at those same places, and it'll sound like you're playing the song. Hopefully. Let's give it a try, Pete.
I'd rather be in some dark hollow
Hole.
where the sun don't ever shine
Hole.
than to be at home alone,
Hole.
knowing that you're gone would cause me to lose my mind.
Big hole. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and again, I'm not going to tab this, but I'm going to kick off my break. Pete will play backup. Nice singer, by the way, right? I'm going to play my break, but I'm not really going to stick to the melody. It's great to stick to the melody, but if you can't find it, find the first note, and then find those holes. Remember where they are. Now that was just a bunch of noise, except for the first note. But it sounded, if you walked in, it sounded like I was playing the song. So That's where you get. That's where all those licks come in from the 100 Licks DVD. That's where all the licks come in. Where I tell you in the videos, oh, you can use this somewhere else. That's where all those licks come in. So ultimately, your goal is not to just survive. Ultimately, your goal would be to play a cool version of the melody. But if you can't, find the first note. All right, so here are a lot of the very, very common little intro licks, and we're going to start. Remember, we're trying to find the melody note, so we're going to start on the G note as the first one, and that's real common. First one, I'll play it for you. And you can follow it up with a slide, which is what I would do if I was going to play that kind of style again. Folks. There we go, everybody can feel that. So again, these are ways you may want to start your solo when the melody starts on the root or the G note in the key of G. So that's number 3. Do it. So let's see. And you can change the picking pattern. So I'm just going. And then number 11. And so here are the notes that the pickups that work commonly for the B note in the key of G as the melody. So that's Head Over Heels in Love with You.